is Stephan Joldzic, and I am a former mixed lab tech. I'm currently a graduate of Montclair State University, class of 2019. Basically, my story begins with I've been in the computer science program here at Montclair State University, so I wasn't exactly in the business program, but to be honest with you, I saw an email about taking ENTR 260, which is the first 3D printing course, and I was very interested in it, so I decided to try it, especially with me needing a couple extra credits. And when I tell you that a course could actually change my experience at Montclair, I mean it. Like it's hard to believe that. Usually when people say that, it kind of is flowering up something, but it's really true. What's been great about being here at the Mixed Lab is the people I've met and the way I've interacted with everybody and the way I've learned to kind of take a leadership role and learn to interact in a team. Before working in the Mixed Lab, I was mostly in computer science, was kind of just sort of existing on campus and not really doing that much. But Mixed Lab gave me an avenue to give back to the school and give back to a community of people that I really enjoy being around. Basically, I've been working the Mixed Lab for the last year and a half, almost 2 years, and in that time I've seen my confidence in being able to help teach people what they need to do and help kind of guide people and then learn on the fly basically rise. One of the great benefits you have of being in a lab like this is the fact that the open printing for yourself, so you can try different things, and one of the things we try to really push as a value here at the lab is the idea of disclose, deviate, and merge, and basically just several different innovation models, and just the idea that you don't even need a great idea, just kind of start anywhere and see what happens, and that making mistakes and repeating things and doing things over and over again to kind of try to find something better, find a new deviation, a new innovation is kind of the key here. And the other great thing about being here is that you can print as many times as you want. No matter how many mistakes you make, you can continue printing. There's nothing paid about it doesn't cost you to continue to make mistakes, because that's the goal. The goal is to learn from those mistakes, and sometimes you even find a deviation in that mistake that you like. So sometimes you may find that the thing that you made a mistake on actually looks better or works better for you than the idea you originally had. And that's one of the things about innovation that isn't always well taught in other places that I think I've learned very, very well here. As a mixed lab tech, you have a great degree of autonomy when working in the lab. You are basically kind of running the show during your time, and it's a great feeling. You kind of feel like you have a control over how everything works. You have a bit of a power to help people create what was initially a vision in their head, and people have a vision in their head and they draw it out on a computer, and then it comes to life on a printer, and you're part of the process. And that feels good. You basically feel like you've helped them facilitate their idea. Being in the lab has really helped me to open my eyes to. It's actually made me a better software developer, because instead of being focused on perfection in my software, I've basically learned to see the errors in my software and find different design methods, because software today is a lot about design. Software today is a lot about innovation. Those are two things that are very, very much emphasized here in the lab. So even as someone who's not a business major, the lab has helped me in a tangible way to be better in my own field.